Hello everyone and welcome to this session of programming with Java. So in this session we will continue our discussion of the methods in Java programming language, and in this session we will see what do we mean by variable argument. So to understand the variable argument, consider a scenario. Let's say someone asks us to define a program that adds two integers. So for that purpose we will first write the name of access modifier followed by the return type value of our method, which is let's say integer, followed by the name of our method since it is adding numbers, so we will write add, and followed by int a, int b as the parameters, and within the curly braces we will just write that return a plus b. And now if we have to add two numbers, we will just write add followed by, let's say the numbers are 4 and 5, then add 4 and 5. But we also have to print the result on our screen, so for that purpose we will call our add function from the println function. That is, we will call the add function within the println method. So now if I run it again, then we will get 9 in our output. But let's say the person says that we not only have to add two numbers, but we have to add three integers. So we will say that no problem, we will just make changes to our program and we will add another slot for another parameter. So we will write int c, and within our return statement we will just add the c. And now if we have to add three different numbers, then we will say that add 459, and if we run it again, our program is working perfectly, that is we are getting 18 on our output. But someone told us that now find the sum for four different integers. So we will say again that no problem, we will just write int d, and within the return statement we will write plus d. And now we will have to update our argument, so we will say the fourth argument is 7, and if we run it again we will get 25 in our output. So as you can see that we need some kind of method so that every time the number of argument is changing, we don't have to make change to our method or program, and Java automatically analyze that what are the number of argument and accordingly return us the sum. Now for that purpose, when arguments are not fixed or number of argument is variable in nature, that is it is changing, then for that purpose we use the variable argument. So the general application is when we don't know the number of arguments we need to pass in our method, we use the Varargs or variable argument. And to convert any argument into a variable argument, we use 3 dot before it. So for example, if we want to convert this method into some kind of a method which does not specifically define the different integer values, so we will just write that int, that is the data type of our ongoing array or upcoming array will be an integer type, followed by the 3 dots, and let's say the name of our array is a, or let's say make it somewhat more convenient, let's say sum. That is, sum is going to be the array in which all the different values when passed here will be stored. Now we will just retrieve the different values from this array, that is sum, and upon it we will perform our arithmetic operations. So now whatever will be the value passed here during the calling of our function, that is add 4597, will first get stored in this array sum, and then it will be accessible by the rest of our body of our method. Now to retrieve any values from an array, we need a for loop in Java. So for that purpose we will define a for loop that will take a integer value from this array, that is let's say a, and from where it will take value, it will take a value from our sum array. And what will we do is we will define the method of our body in which we will define another integer variable, let's say int result, which is initially 0 in the first case, and we will just update the value of the result. So we will say that result equals to result plus a. So this statement means that first this for loop will retrieve the value from this array and then it will add it to the result. Initially the result is 0, but as soon as the value a will be added to it, the result will get updated till there is no values are left within this array. So now if we run, and since we have to return the value as well, so we will say just that return the result. And now if we run it again, then we will get 25 as an output. But what's different is that now even if now we update the number of arguments, let's say we make the number of arguments to 5, and by adding another argument 5, then without even making any change to our method, we will get an output of 30. So now variable argument is functioning, and without even making any change to our method and providing different number of argument, we are getting our result. So for example, even if I remove the number of arguments from 5 to 3 and run it again, we will get 18 in our output. So that's all for this session. In the next session, we will see what do we mean by method overloading in Java programming language. Till then, keep learning. Thank you.